Hello, how are you feeling tonight? I'm I'm better now. Um, it's been a very tough day for me. As part of last week's tough week, just keeps going. But let's not talk about that. And I had a good night. Let's not talk about that either. Let's talk about, excuse me, December 9th, 1989. Because that's right, 30 years of manhood. Yeah, that's right. December 9th, 1989. My bar mitzvah. Woo-hoo. It feels like it was 50 years ago. I can't believe it. Yeah, 1989 was a very long year for me. I definitely had some fun. Uh, I went places, visited people, and I also practiced a crap ton of Hebrew so I could lead the congregation on December 9th, 1989. Um, the bar mitzvah process was exhausting. It really was months and months and months of just listening to an audio tape and singing songs and reading things out loud so I could get it in my head. It's basically memorization. I mean, obviously, at some point back then, I could at least read the symbols, like the Hebrew symbols, to sort of have hints to what I was saying, but I never understood Hebrew the way that I understand Japanese right now. I couldn't just read Hebrew. It was more just like, oh yeah, those things, that's Adonai, right? And the Baruch atah Adonai, yeah, something. But it was mostly about memorization. And that's what I did. I spent months on this. I don't know why it was so late, because my birthday's November. I can only assume that the temple was busy. You know, you can only have so many bar mitzvahs at once, because it's supposed to be the idea that one person leads the congregation. So it's like if you have like 5 kids up there, who's the leader? So I guess someone was busy on that day. Who knows? But this was the day I got up there. I don't think I made that many mistakes. I didn't like nail it in one take, but I think I did pretty well. Then there was a big party afterwards, which was very strange for me because we invited so many people. My parents especially invited tons of people. And most of them I knew. There were a lot of kids from school there that I knew. But there were also people there who I didn't really know at all. And they gave me gifts, which was nice, but I just didn't know what to do with all that. And in the end, I think I ended up having a lot of spare cash that year. So I'm sure I bought a lot of silly things, probably VHS tapes or whatever. I know one of the nicer gifts that stand out in my mind, but because it was 1989, that's when I got my Game Boy. So that was a very nice gift. That's how I spent most of my free time in 1990. I definitely spent way more time playing Game Boy in 1990 than I did NES. But not until I got the Genesis. Anyway, it was a lot of work. And one of the fun things we gave as party favors was a mug that, said, I got this at bar mitzvah, whatever, and had the date on it. And we kept those. So we had a bunch. We had extras, right? And we kept them around the house for years. And when I moved out, I took one of those mugs with me. And when I moved to Japan, I took one of those mugs with me. And every couple of years, I used to take a picture of the mug with my kids on December 9th to show them, hey, look, look at me, look how long ago it was. Unfortunately, the mug has since broken. It broke a couple of years ago. It just, it was a party favor. I'm surprised it lasted as many decades as it did, but it didn't hang in there. So no more photos. It's been destroyed. But I'm still here. I don't really speak Hebrew at all anymore. I still like to sing. And I don't know. It's been a long road, and I would say my faith is somewhere between 0 and 0.1%. It's very low. I just don't. I would say immediately after the bar mitzvah, I started asking questions that no one wanted to answer around me, about God or praising God, or what's the point of doing all this stuff if God knows this? And yeah, it was a conversation no one wanted to have with me, and I was a smart aleck teenager already, so it's fine. I still think about it sometimes. I don't regret doing it, but it does feel like a lifetime ago, like 2 lifetimes ago. It doesn't feel like 30 years ago feels too soon, honestly. But that's what it was. Anyway, I think I'll go to bed. Good night, everybody. I love you.